as you can see, I got lots of work to do. Last year, we had a big snow that blew. This is a post, and there was posts along this fence that broke, but the snow actually was over top of this, and even that manure at one time was taller than the planks on the fence there. So anyhow, there's lots of work to do, and I had to quit last night. It got dark on me. People on Instagram saw that I had the loader. So it's a HL 757-9 Hyundai loader. I just rented that from CEM Heavy Equipment. So anyhow, time to get back at her. Just trying to get those paddles cold. But you can see I got two pretty good piles there already. But they're just lots of material and it's really wet. And these tires don't give much traction, and these manure tires, but like I said, they rent mostly to the oil patch, so they're not too worried about having manure tires on rental loaders. So I'll bring you out and show you when we're running. Well, you can see there's a fence post in that bit of manure. I sorted out what I could find. They're over there where I'm kind of pointing where that old trailer is. This loader, it's you just hit the lever and it's supposed to find itself where the level of the bucket is, but this one's set different. So, but I run loader lots in my life. I can set a bucket without having the electric stop for it. But it is a greasy mess here, and you can see, I don't know, the topography. There's a rise right there. There was a terrace here before, back from the flood irrigating days, and so it's a bugger for cleaning the corral. But the steel part of the corral where I've run the heifers was never meant to be a corral. It was just a place. The little wood part was my corral, and then before I had the pivot on, this was all part of just like a 3-acre little containment area. And then I put these panels just for sorting and branding, 10 years ago, and then it turned into a corral when I needed it here a few years ago. So it, like I said, it wasn't ever intended to have a corral, or I would have built it in a level spot or hauled more dirt in. But because it was so wet last year, and I put over 100 some bales of straw in with all the snow, and the fences got over, the snow blew over the fences and the cattle walked out. I built fences on top of the fences, but so, and then the one corner of this, here I'll flip you guys around, the one corner of this pen actually gets irrigated by the pivot, so we're going to change how it is. So first I got to get the manure moved, and then after I move this, flip you around, trying not to go too fast, where those heifers are, that's what we actually would call the 4-H pen. And I'll move those heifers into our sorting area, and then I'll take some fences down and I'll go in and scoop that out. But it's just miserable. Last night, or yesterday afternoon, I got, in 3 hours, I moved twice as much manure as I have in 5 hours today. Just because it's just, you can never get a full bucket. You just spin and spin and spin, and it's all greasy, and that's why everyone uses high hose. Every feedlot's got at least 2 high hose sitting there for scraping pens, and all the custom manure spreaders all use high hose to spread. So anyhow, this Hyundai loader is pretty cool. This is the control here. I'll show you. I'll take it out of, I don't have it in park anyhow. So there's the back, there's the camera. I don't know what you'll be able to see, but as soon as you put it into reverse, then the camera comes on. That time's not right, it's an hour out, so it's only noon right now. So I'm hoping to give her for another 5 hours today. I rent this by the hour. It's supposed to go by the day, but I rent it by the hour. I got a deal made up, so But I better get back to scooping. After lunch, I'll get a volunteer or a voluntold child or someone to come videotape me scooping manure. Or I might make it wait till we go somewhere where it's easier and I can fill the bucket and they don't have to make 75 passes to get. Last year the bucket had a scale on it and you could see exactly, you know, every bucket was 10,000 pounds and you could watch it. But like I said, last year I tried cleaning this and I didn't get all of it cleaned because of that terrace that's in there. I got the other side cleaned, but some of this never got cleaned out because of how nasty it was. And then we got all that snow, and in the summertime I tried to clean, but literally in the middle of the summer it was still frozen in the bottom. There was still ice and snow in there. And then I of course just didn't have enough time. But those front end loaders on tractors are not meant for moving this kind of material. Payloaders were invented for a reason. They can handle that tons of weight. So I'll bring you back out in a little while. Now we're making progress. I'm what I call the cow yard. There's the mama cow herd. Just sitting at one of my little calf shelter windbreaks for a second. Had to go out and drain my water bottle out, we'll say. Anyhow, I finished by the heifer pen, but I didn't do the inside corral. The day's starting to clip away and I thought I need to get this cleaned up at the cows. The most important is by the bale feeders and clean that up. The straw bed's not so bad, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean up as much of the straw bed as I can tonight, and then in the morning when I feed beet pulp, I'll actually feed it down over there instead of the bale feeders, and then I'll work like the dickens trying to get everything cleaned up around the bale feeders. It gets nasty because this loader doesn't have a lot of traction, and like the straw bed's easy to do. You just keep spinning around and you can take half a bucket, oh well. But when you get by the bale feeders, that's when it's nasty because they rut it up so bad, especially when when it's wet and then there's frost is there and then the frost is out. And I've moved them twice already, and you know, now they're back to in their hocks and muck again. And southern Alberta, nothing ever stays. You know, the weather changes. We all of October we were frozen, and now it's December and the frost has all come out now. So that's southern Alberta though. So I better get my butt back in there and keep moving manure. So you can see I got a little pile here, but I gotta just keep chipping away at it. So I'll bring it back out. We'll have some more fun. Like I said, I'll eventually get someone to video me. Well, it's Sunday morning now. The sun's trying to come up, but you can see what I'm doing. I'm putting fuel in. But this Hyundai loader works pretty good, but it does require fuel, and that darn fuel, this government of ours is intent on saving the environment and filling the shit out of us. So right now I'm paying $1.20 a liter, so that's $4.55 a US gallon. And so right now this is 71 US gallons, about 271 liters that I'm putting in, 60 gallons, imperial gallons. So like I said, it's not cheap by any means, that's for sure. And like I said, I'll run for a bunch of the day, but I'll have to get fuel again today, and then when I return the loader tomorrow morning, it's got to be filled right to the top again. So, but it's still more efficient than using my loader tractor. So, but I'm working here at the cow yard today. You can see I've got one pile down further there. But it's tough to get this. It's dried up enough that now the manure's dry, which is good. Like the straw bed is easy to clean up, but around the feeders are going to be a real bugger. So I couldn't get anyone to video us yesterday, so after church today maybe I'll get someone to video. So I'll bring you back out in my pocket here when the sun's shining maybe. See you guys in a bit. Princess helped me get a little video of us scraping up stuff. We'll just flip you around for a sec here. So I lied to Jeff Raymond earlier today. I said that we didn't have any frost, and what I found out is we have frost still. Anywhere where it has moisture and it's packed is frozen. So what I'd call the walkway area here, where I've scraped, I can barely scrape the patties off, and then the bedding pack or whatever you call it, where a straw is no problem. And then I am having a heck of a time here on the manure around the feeders, and I actually got myself stuck. And everyone was at church getting religious, and I was being a heathen at home, and God punished me by letting me get stuck. No, it was just, it's too wet around the feeders with there's no frost there, and so the feeders are wet, so I got stuck by a feeder and I had to pull myself out with my blue tractor. But every time I wiggled this payloader, I just kept tipping over to the side until I was touching the bale feeder with the side of the loader, and so I had to get the blue tractor and pull it out. And as long as the blue tractor was on, I dumped my bucket obviously, and then once I was on dry stuff, I could just pull that loader out. So anyhow, we'll let you see the finished product when we're done. Well, you can see it's dark. I'll just flip you guys around here. So, anyhow, kind of a shit day for lack of a better word. I bounced in this loader for quite a bit. Have an oil leak. I don't know what kind of oil to put in it. I went online and looked, and it says it should have Hyundai oil. So I didn't know if I dare put my Shell hydraulic fluid in or not. And by that time it was dark anyways, and I can figure that out in the morning, but I didn't think I wanted to call anyone on a Sunday to find out. So I didn't get the chance to show you guys what it all looked like. Like I told you previously, I couldn't get by the bale feeders and I really wanted to, but the straw bed's all pushed up. So it looks a lot tidier than it was, but it's not exactly what I wanted to do. But maybe if we stay nice out for the next week, maybe I'll pick and choose a few spots with the blue tractor and try to clean things up. But it's amazing how manure is. You scrape the top off and you spin and spin and spin, and then the next day you drive up there and you can blade off everything perfectly. So I'll work a little bit with the blue tractor with it. So like I said, the other little pen I got, I did not get the one corral done that I wanted to, but this loader has to be back first thing in the morning after I wash it, so that'll be fun. So anyhow, it's kind of a pretty sky out. It's hard to see, but I think it's kind of beautiful. So, oh, I can see my reflection in the windshield. Watch out for the fat guy. Ah. Anyhow, be sure to comment, rate, and subscribe, and don't have a shit day. Take care.